Hello, everybody. We're back at it again. And in today's small business segment of entrepreneurship, I'd like to talk about becoming a good salesperson. Now, becoming a good salesperson, believe me, the first thing is don't be salesy. I know that sounds strange. People like to buy. They don't like to be sold. So just kind of keep that in mind whenever approaching a potential prospect. But one of the first things is to develop a good speech as far as just a 20, 30-second speech as far as who your company is and why they should pick you. And, in doing that, do something that's relatable to their company and their needs. And because when it's something that they need, they want to fulfill that need versus generally selling people. But to do that, what I would recommend is first develop that. And second, is just kind of practice in front of a mirror or to a partner or to your friend, etc. And, of course, you don't want to overly annoy that friend, partner, etc. So just kind of maybe practice to yourself or kind of, put it on a recorder or just practice in front of a mirror just till you think you got it perfect, and then maybe just once or twice do it in front of that other person. And in doing that is develop a value proposition, develop a reason that it brings the value from just saying words up to something that's of value, something that they want. Typically, all businesses, they have a target market, aka somebody that typically gets their business. And the business has problems. They may be short on staff, or they may be short on a product or service. And, that product or service can be fulfilled if you go with me, my service, and why my service amongst my competition is better than everyone else. So that'll kind of help you with that. And then, and also one of the things I recommend is in the beginning, it's very easy to sell. And what I mean by that, every sale has its hard points. But in the beginning, we all get the low-lying fruit, ones that are easy to sell, the ones that have problems. Hopefully, for most people, you're not just going to a new industry like out of thin air. Most people, they have experience. They work at big companies or a related company, and then they go and strike out on their own. But to do that, there's plenty of opportunities, networking events, Meetup, Eventbrite, things like that, where you can just get out and talk to people, know their story, know their thing. And then also, one of the things of becoming a good salesperson is develop an elevator speech, just a 20, 30-second speech. So if somebody comes up to you and says, hey, what do you do? I do this, 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 and this. My company's this. Would you be interested in knowing more about them? That's really helpful because you never know when someone's going to come to you and say, hey, what do you do? You could be, holding bags or groceries and, somebody asks you, or you're just in a situation where you're not prepared for it. And if you have that elevator speech, you automatically know what to do. It's just kind of a generic opener. It's not anything special. It's not tailored towards anything. It's just kind of, here it is and here's what I do. Next, I would say probably in the sales genre, and I see this happen a lot to new salespeople, or maybe people that are maybe one step or maybe even half a step beyond just being new. Be persistent, but don't be overly annoying. That's one of the things that I can't stand. And it's okay to sell me your product. Look, everyone's got something to sell. We all have got bills to pay. We've got mouths to feed, etc. And that's okay. Look, I get it. But just follow up. Hey, I'm just following up with the product or sale that I'm selling you. But, don't be always salesy. People hate salesy. Just be kind of like, hey, I'm just following up with your needs. Are your needs solved? Are they versus, hey, I want to sell you on this. I want to waste your time and I want you to hang on the phone and you got 20 things going on. Getting back to what I was originally telling you is people love to buy. They don't like to be sold. So make sure you fulfill those needs in being a good salesperson. Next is a good point to consider is you can't always go through the proverbial front door. Sometimes you have to go around to a different door. What I mean by that is that, you sell them your speech, you do the elevator speech, value propositions and so forth, but they have some hesitancy. They have some reservations, and they may be busy. They may be doing other things. And sometimes, you kind of have to build a relationship with these people. And, first off, you should, because it's good for your mental health. And, you know people's stories, they have kids, they have a house, they've got this, that, whatever else. And you get involved in there's people's lives. And when the moment's right, or you hit that proverbial nail on the head, hey, I'm having this problem. And well, here's how you can solve it. And you go right back into your sales speech. And I can definitely tell you is that once you build their trust as far as in building a relationship, not necessarily a sales relationship or a company relationship, it's definitely a lot easier to sell them on the process. And I'd even say at that point, it's not a sale, it's a buy from their end, because you want to, as much as you can, get away from sales. Because like I said, nobody likes to be sold, but everyone loves to buy. So if you understand that, you'll definitely be more successful in your journey as far as business goes, as far as entrepreneurship, or whatever level that is for you. But just a little bit about me. Myself and my partner, we have a bookkeeping business right there. You can see metrobookkeepingsolutions.com. And if you want to see more videos on us, like us, love us, want some more of us, like and subscribe. Until next time.